Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Rob McCullough, Director of Solid Waste with the County of Simcoe. This presentation is outlining 3 options for the modification, upgrade, or relocation of the Matchedash Waste Transfer Station. We welcome your input, providing County of Simcoe Council with the best information to assist in their decision with respect to County Waste Site 8, Matchedash. In addition to viewing this presentation, we invite you to fill out the online questionnaire and view additional information on this project that we have placed on our website, including previous council reports and commonly asked question and answers on this project. It is important to note that all the options are only for transfer of waste. None of the options are for disposal, landfill, or incineration. They only provide a location for the temporary storage of waste dropped off from our residents and small businesses before it's transferred off-site to be managed. Whichever option is selected, we will be working to continue our strong position on diverting waste from disposal. Currently, over 70% of waste received from our customers is diverted from disposal. The Matchedash site is at 4546 Upper Big Chute Rd, Township of Severn. It was originally designed for use by local residents, many of which were seasonal. The site is now serving an increased demand from a growing population, many of whom have become full-time rather than seasonal. There are many reasons why the use of the Matchedash site has outgrown the site itself, but the major reason we are discussing options for this site is safety issues, due to the site's small size and lack of appropriate queuing space on site. The Matchedash site is open Sundays and Mondays. In 2013, the site processed 900 tons of waste, with just over 5,000 transactions. By 2024, those numbers had ballooned to nearly 2,000 tons of waste from over 9,000 transactions. 3 options have been developed for determining the best way to go forward with the Matchedash site in the future. Number 1, close it and move to an alternate site outside of Coldwater, the closed Medonte waste site. Number 2, expand the Matchedash site. Or number 3, keep using the Matchedash site, but limit the materials which can be taken, similar to what's accepted at county curbside waste programs. We worked with our GIS team to determine which location offered the greatest potential to serve the largest number of residents. Looking at that data, there are less than 5,000 households within a 20-minute drive time of the Matchedash site, whereas the Medonte site has more than 15,000. This suggests the Medonte site may offer greater convenience for more county residents. Transitioning to examine the size of the site, Matchedash has a total site area of 21 hectares, much of which is in a wetland, while the Medonte site has a total area of over 63 hectares. In addition, the Matchedash site only has an on-site vehicle queuing area of less than 100 meters, and traffic can back out onto Upper Big Chute Rd on busy Sundays. In contrast, the Medonte site would provide 4 times the queuing area on-site. Taking a closer look at the sites, the photo on your left shows the current Matchedash transfer site footprint in comparison to the area of the Medonte site that could be developed for a new and improved transfer site or facility. Even if we consider the area of the Matchedash site that could reasonably be developed, the area to allow for proper waste diversion is limited and smaller than the Medonte site. Much of the Matchedash site has exposed bedrock outcrops or wetlands, making site expansion more difficult. In contrast, the Medonte site has largely sandy soils combined with large flat areas, simplifying development of the new facility. Going over the options in more detail, I will note that the costs are preliminary cost estimates to be refined when we select the preferred option and do detailed design. So in option number 1, where we relocate to the Medonte site, we would be moving the operations to 1675 Anderson Line, just outside of Coldwater. This provides a larger site with more capacity. It improves the access for the greatest number of Simcoe County residents. It does take the longest lead time for development, but it does support future growth. We would operate it beginning on the same Sunday to Monday schedule that Matchedash currently uses, but we would likely look at adding days as the site becomes more and more busy. It has the highest capital cost at $3.4 million. Option 2, which is upgrade the current Matchedash site. So we do have ability to expand beyond the current site footprint, and we would add power and weigh scales. This would improve safety. Waste storage and queuing areas would be greatly improved. There would be a temporary disruption during construction, however, on this program. It maintains a full set of diversion programs accepting all the materials that all our sites currently do. It has a slightly lower capital cost than option 1 at $3.13 million. Or option 3, which is limit the materials that we would accept at the Matchedash site. So we'd keep the current site and the current site footprint, but instead of accepting the entire range of materials, we'd only accept those materials that people can manage curbside, particularly by County of Simcoe programs. So things like bag garbage, organics, and probably leaf and yard waste would be able to be delivered to this site. But since recycling is no longer a county program with full transition under the provincial program, it's questionable whether we would support recycling drop-off at this location. We would not take unbundled brush, scrap metal, dimensional wood, shingles, drywall, tires, electronics, mattresses or box springs, or other unbagged garbage like couches and chairs, etc. Small upgrades, including the washrooms and power, would be added at the site for staff comfort. Comparing the options, when we look, option 3, which is limiting materials accepted at Matchedash, is by far the lowest cost option, but it also scores lowest on the other factors examined. Option 2, expanding and upgrading the Matchedash site, is nearly as expensive as option 1, but isn't as accessible to the same amount of residents. Option 1, relocating to just outside of Coldwater, is most expensive, but would serve the greatest amount of residents, while making a longer trip for many of those currently using the Matchedash site is acknowledged. Since 2010, the county has had a solid waste management strategy. It's a 20-year planning time frame updated approximately every 5 years. One of the recommendations accepted in the 23 update to the strategy was to assess the relocation of the Matchedash site to Medonte, just outside of Coldwater. We are currently in the first stage of public consultation to determine this. The consultation is open and will continue until September 7th. Staff will review feedback and provide final recommendation to County Council in the fall of 2025. And based on County Council's direction, we'll start work on detailed design and progress to approvals and finally construction, which we estimate to begin in 2020. We want your feedback. You can access additional information on our website, and as well, we'd like to see you answer our questionnaire on your preferred option. That's all available at www.simcoe.ca/waste site review with no spaces. Have your say in the future of waste management in Simcoe County. If you need to reach out for any additional information, our project lead, his name is Jamie Benani. He's our technical compliance supervisor at the county. His phone number is extension 1460. You can reach at the general county line, but I'd recommend that you contact him by email first at jamie.benany, spelled B-O-N-A-N-Y, @simcoe.ca. Thank you.